Ladies and gentlemen, what if the place that promised you peace in old age quietly stole your purpose? What if the walls meant to protect you also silenced you? I thought a nursing home would give me rest, care, and dignity, but what I found inside changed everything. Behind the smiles and scheduled routines were 6 painful truths no one warned me about. This isn't just my story, it's a warning. One I wish I'd heard before it was too late. Let's talk honestly today about the regret no elder wants to admit, but many silently feel. I want to take you back to the moment I decided to move into a nursing home. My family was busy, my knees hurt, and my once bright mornings started to feel like long gray hours. The idea of help 24/7 care, meals prepared for me, no stress sounded like a blessing. But here's what they don't tell you. Convenience comes with a cost. I traded my independence for structure, my choices for schedules, and my vibrant identity for a number on a door. At first, it felt like rest, but soon it started to feel like erasure. Like I was quietly disappearing into the system. Hard truth number 1, you start losing your voice. Not immediately. It creeps in slowly. You don't choose what to eat. It's placed in front of you. You don't decide when to nap. It's in the routine. You forget what it felt like to say, I want to go out today. Because the answer is often, not today, maybe next week. Even well-meaning caregivers unintentionally silence your preferences. And eventually, you begin to believe that your opinions no longer matter. This emotional numbing doesn't show up in lab tests, but it corrodes the brain like rust on iron. And what does the brain do when it stops being heard? It dims. Hard truth number 2. Your social circle shrinks dramatically. Friends stop visiting as often. Family assumes you're settled, and the ones who do come by are on a timer. The laughter of grandchildren becomes a memory, not a moment. Human connection, the very thing our brains thrive on, starts to fade. I've seen seniors who were once bubbly and sharp begin to withdraw in silence. And science confirms it. Loneliness is as dangerous as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. In nursing homes, people don't just die from illness, they die from disconnection. And when you lose touch with people, you begin to lose touch with yourself. Hard truth number 3. Your brain stops being challenged. No one asks you hard questions anymore. You don't problem solve, navigate busy streets, or plan your week. You follow instructions. That's not living, that's existing. And the brain, when understimulated, begins to weaken. I've seen it firsthand. Vocabulary shrinks, curiosity fades, reactions slow down. The most painful part, you start to believe this is normal, but your brain is a muscle. It needs resistance. Crossword puzzles aren't enough. You need meaningful purpose, daily decisions, and emotional richness. Nursing homes offer safety, but often at the cost of mental sharpness. Hard truth number 4. Your body forgets how to move. With elevators, wheelchairs, and constant help, your muscles go unused. And as the saying goes, if you don't use it, you lose it. Walking becomes wobbling, standing becomes sitting, and sitting becomes permanent. We are designed to move. Movement isn't just physical, it activates the brain, floods it with endorphins, strengthens the heart. In nursing homes, the instinct is to protect you from injury, but overprotection can be just as dangerous. Your strength fades, not just from age, but from the absence of challenge. Hard truth number 5. Your identity gets rewritten. You're no longer the teacher, the engineer, the mother who raised 4 kids. You're a resident. Room 305, Mr. So-and-so. People mean well, but in treating you like a patient, they forget you were once powerful, opinionated, hilarious, romantic. The stories that made you, you begin to gather dust. And here's the real tragedy. When you stop telling your story, your brain begins to forget it too. Memory is tied to meaning. When the world no longer reflects your worth, your brain starts agreeing. And that's how depression, dementia, and despair quietly settle in. Hard truth number 6, you stop dreaming. Yes, even at 80, dreams matter. I've seen people learn piano at 85, start gardening at 90, write books at 95. But in nursing homes, dreaming isn't encouraged. It's considered unrealistic. That message over time suffocates hope. We are wired to pursue, to reach, to imagine. Dreaming isn't a luxury. It's fuel for the brain. When you stop dreaming, you stop evolving. And when you stop evolving, you start fading. That's the silent regret of so many who've moved in thinking they'd rest and realized they were slowly giving up. Now, don't get me wrong, not all nursing homes are the same. Some truly nurture the soul, build community, and support growth. But most are built on a model of passive care, not active empowerment. And if we don't speak honestly about what's broken, we can't build something better. The truth is, aging doesn't have to mean stepping aside. It should mean stepping into wisdom, into mentorship, into vibrant second chapters. The world needs elders with strong minds and full hearts. But to get there, we must start asking, what kind of life do I want, and how do I fight for it? Let me tell you something powerful. It's never too late to reclaim your brain. Whether you're 60 or 90, your brain still wants challenge, movement, love, creativity, and purpose. That doesn't come from medications alone. It comes from habits, from intention, from speaking up when something doesn't feel right, from surrounding yourself with people who see you as capable, from learning one new thing a week, from dancing, even if it's in your living room. The life you want doesn't disappear with age. It just requires a little more effort, a little more courage, and a lot more belief. You know what breaks my heart the most? It's seeing brilliant, kind, wise, older adults being treated like background noise in their own lives. We talk so much about dignity, but rarely practice it. Dignity isn't just help with your clothes or meals. It's the right to choose, to speak, to contribute. I remember visiting a woman in her late 80s who once ran her own business and raised 6 children. Now, her decisions were limited to soup or sandwich. We can and must do better. Because when dignity is honored, the brain stays alive, and when it's stripped, the spirit withers. That's why I urge families watching this, don't make decisions out of guilt or convenience. Don't assume that just because a place looks clean and the brochure shows smiling seniors, it's the right answer. Ask deeper questions. Will my parent be respected here? Will their mind be stimulated? Will they have purpose? Will they feel joy? And to seniors themselves, I say this. Don't silence your discomfort. If something doesn't feel right, say it. If your spirit feels heavy, name it. Your intuition is one of your greatest tools. You have every right to question, to resist, and to redesign your final chapters. One of my patients, a 74-year-old man, named Henry came to me after 2 years in a nursing facility. He was quiet, hunched, confused. They'd labeled him with mild dementia. But when we got his brain scanned, I saw something different. Damage, yes, but also hope. We worked on his nutrition, added brain healthy movement, reconnected him with old hobbies, and started therapy. Within a year, he was painting again, walking daily, even flirting with the receptionist. And here's what he told me. I thought I was done, but turns out I was just parked. That's the power of believing in possibility. The real tragedy isn't that people age, it's that society stops expecting great things from them. We assume decline is inevitable, that illness is just around the corner, that meaning is something for the young. But the brain doesn't know your age. It responds to how you treat it. If you feed it well, challenge it, rest it, and love it, it blooms. I've seen 90-year-olds with sharper memory than 50-year-olds because they never gave up learning. You are not too old to grow. You are not too old to heal. And you are certainly not too old to matter. So what should you do if you're in a nursing home now and feeling regret? Start where you are. Advocate for small freedoms. Ask for time outside. Request stimulating activities. Write letters. Join discussion groups. If your facility doesn't offer these things, push for change. And if possible, consider moving in with family or finding a co-living option with peers who share your values. You're not stuck. You're not invisible. You have the right to build a better day, one decision at a time. And if you're watching this with tears in your eyes, know this, that emotion is your compass. Follow it. If you're caring for someone in a nursing home, remember, visits matter more than you think. Eye contact, hand-holding, laughter, they activate brain circuits that no medication can replace. Don't just bring groceries, bring stories, bring memories, bring purpose. Ask their advice. Let them teach you something. When older adults feel needed, their brains light up. And when they feel forgotten, those same regions go dark. Aging well isn't about luxury. It's about love, meaning, and respect. If we start seeing elders as wells of wisdom instead of burdens, we won't just help them, we'll heal ourselves. There's something sacred about the final chapters of life. They're not about slowing down, they're about refining what matters, about speaking your truth, reconnecting with your soul, and passing down your light. But that can only happen if you're awake inside, not just physically present, but mentally alive. Nursing homes don't always kill that light, but they rarely nurture it. And it's our job as caregivers, families, professionals, and individuals to keep that flame alive. Because an awakened elder is a treasure, a silenced one is a tragedy. And the difference often lies in how we choose to listen. I'm sharing all of this today, not to shame anyone who's made the move into a nursing home. Sometimes it's necessary. Sometimes it's the only option. But even then, you deserve more than a safe space. You deserve a soul space, a place that celebrates your history, your heart, and your future. And if you haven't yet made that move, take this as a moment to reflect. Ask yourself what kind of old age you want. Don't wait for others to decide it for you. You still have time. You still have choice. And your brain is still listening to you. You see, the brain never fully gives up unless you do. And even then, a spark often remains. I've seen people awaken from decades of depression with just a shift in love, light, and purpose. You are capable of rewiring your destiny, no matter how far you've come or how lost you've felt. Regret is just a messenger. It's not a punishment, it's a plea to start again. Whether you're watching this from your room, a facility, or a family home, hear this clearly. Your life is not over. In fact, this could be the beginning of your most meaningful chapter yet. So let me leave you with this. Your brain is precious, your story is powerful, and your presence is needed. Don't let age define your limitations. Let it define your wisdom. Don't let the walls around you shrink your dreams. Let them fuel your fire to reach beyond them. If you regret moving into a nursing home, you're not alone, but you're not powerless either. Change begins when you believe your life still matters. So breathe, reflect, reach out, move your body, feed your brain, and above all, choose yourself again. Because healing is possible, even now, especially now.